among several nations, including the U.S., will allow people to leave a war zone.
All foreign nationals, foreign passport holders, to leave Gaza via that southern border crossing with Rafah. And we understand that some of those foreign nationals have already gone through the crossing and have been processed.
Fox's Jonathan Hunt in Jerusalem, a Cornell University student arrested for posting violent threats against fellow Cornell students who are Jewish. 21-year-old Patrick Dye Jr. at the Ivy League school in upstate New York, facing charges of threatening to kill or injure another using interstate communication. That from the U.S. Attorney's Office. And the Federal Reserve delivers its latest decision on interest rates later today. Many believe the central bank will hold a key rate steady to year high for a second straight meeting. America's listening to Fox News.
Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Live and local. Real talk starts now.
Well, it's hump day. Good morning. I'm Rayford Brown.
And I'm Lee Barrows.
And I'm Kelly Knapp.
She's dressed as a ghost.
She's
for
a
Halloween.
ghost, yeah.
She's still in her Halloween
She's the
outfit.
invisible woman. That's what she is. Kelly will be in a little while. She's running a little late this morning, had an errand to run.
Yes.
So she'll be in shortly. Getting some reports. We do not have any confirmation. We have nothing official whatsoever from anyone. But apparently some stuff has been posted about some shots fired, and perhaps two people may have been wounded over there in the Bryn Mawr area, West Huff Drive or Huff Drive, or wherever, somewhere in that neck of the woods. If anybody actually has any guaranteed details, give us a call, please, 910-333-0139. We know nothing else.
Oh, I can't find anything.
No, we've looked at every news outlet and everything we can get our hands on this time of morning. The
only thing I could find was somebody stole a pink pumpkin full of candy off a porch. That's all I could find.
Well, I found something too. There was some doorbell footage of somebody taking a bowl, took the candy and the bowl from the porch. Yeah, I guess that people just leave candy in the bowl on the porch for trick-or-treaters to come by instead of having one-on-one contact with them.
The only thing I've got to say about that is I hope you didn't. I hope it was not a favorite bowl.
Well,
you can leave a bowl on the porch of candy.
I'm not going to put any candy on the porch. I want to see who these people are.
I'm going to tell you what.
I didn't see anybody last time.
Oh, we had hundreds on our street. And I would first just say that most of them weren't from the neighborhood, but it was all
travel
good.
Around. It's all right.
Yeah,
That's
it was
what
all
it's all
good.
about.
And I enjoyed seeing the parents dressing up also.
Really?
Yeah, it was really cool. And I would say 95% of the people that visited were all extremely polite.
That's good.
Well-mannered, having fun. And we had a great time because I told you my neighbors and we all get together at the neighbor's house.
Mm-hmm.
And we sit there in the driveway because he decorates like crazy for Thanksgiving. We had chili. It was so good. And we set up a table. So it's like 3 houses together, and we hit all the kids with candy. When I was out within an hour, and I bought extra this year.
Really?
And I was like, guess that means I'll be going in the house soon. But it was cold last night.
Yeah, it was a chilly evening. I think
was
it was
that wind.
about 48 degrees when I got up this morning.
Well, I had a chance to wear my new Cardinals beanie and my new Cardinal sweatshirt. So
you got a Cardinal sweatshirt too?
Yeah, it's a pullover sweatshirt.
Oh.
Yeah, Robbie has one just like it.
Okay.
We bought them together.
Hey, you probably both
We'll
better
be
be
wearing
wearing
them
them on
Friday
Friday night because it's going to get down to about 43 or so.
Absolutely.
Okay, let's see.
Not so sure about, is there heat inside the media booth?
I don't know.
I know there's air conditioning because there has been days where when nobody was looking, I was like sneaking up there and turning the air back. It was like Antarctica up there.
Yeah, it was cold the last time I was up there for sure.
Oh, Kelly said something. Was giving out Jello shots. Wait, I was in the wrong hood last night.
What happened? I thought you used to be able to give out hot chocolate and stuff like that. Oh, that's for Christmas.
To the adults,
isn't it?
I don't know.
They do hot chocolate. They used to do hot chocolate for the people that come around singing and stuff.
That's
right?
Christmas.
That's what I mean.
Oh,
at
yeah.
Christmas time.
I don't think people do that anymore. They're probably afraid of being shot.
Yeah,
Going
probably.
and ringing somebody's doorbell and somebody coming out and shooting at them.
Yeah, well,
That's the world we live in now.
that shooting almost a year ago up in North Dakota.
Yes.
The FBI and the prosecution have gone back to the scene. They're going to reconstruct somehow. I don't know whether this is going to be a visual or just an actual working model or whatever, the house, so they can show it to the jury whenever this thing gets to trial. It was supposed to be a trial last month, but that was delayed at the request of the defense back in September.
Right.
So anyway, the guy's he's still cooling his heels in the big house.
He is constantly filing motions.
Oh well, yeah,
Constant.
Attorneys will continue to do that.
It's ridiculous, some of the motions that he's having his attorneys file. He's doing everything he can to just to
Delay.
Delay.
Here's the thing with that, and attorneys will do that all the time because at some point in time, the prosecution will get weak. Will say, we got to clear this thing up. This is something that's nagging me. What kind of deal can you make?
there is no deal.
No, there is no deal. This one should go to trial, and if the DA makes a deal on this one, shame on him or her.
Everything they have is like circumstantial right now.
No,
they've got them in the vicinity. They've got physical.
They got enough physical evidence
DNA
to support.
and stuff.
Yes, absolutely.
As far as a clear cut, we know exactly what he did. Which hoping that's why they're going to go today, piece it together. That court case, I don't know this one I want to even watch.
No, that will take forever.
Sure.
I do expect them to. I do expect them to try to make a deal with the DA.
So
Yeah, they will.
Life in prison without parole.
Well,
they
probably
have-
go with just life and
Do
not
they
no
have death
mention without
penalty
parole.
in Idaho?
I don't know.
I'm looking it up. He needs a death penalty.
He does. They were going to tear that house down.
You know what? All I did was does Idaho, and it automatically came up have the death penalty. It's listening to me.
Everybody else is asking.
The death penalty was established in Idaho in 1864. And since 1864, Idaho has carried out. Hey, you're cutting me off here.
No,
Yeah, it does have the death penalty.
good. And they
Absolutely.
I'm sure that they will go for it.
I'm sure too. I mean, it was brutal.
A man found with a loaded gun at Philadelphia International over the weekend. His second time getting caught with a firearm at an airport security checkpoint.
Dumb.
Dude,
He wanted to be caught.
the security guy stopped him, who is from Philadelphia, on Saturday after finding a 9mm gun in his gym bag. The gun was loaded with 21 bullets, including one in the chamber. He's previously caught with his gun packed incorrectly at the airport in another case. You can carry a gun on a plane. Well, you cannot carry it. You can transport a gun aboard a plane if it's legal and all that sort of good stuff. If it's done the right way, if you want to transport your gun from your home in Jacksonville to your destination within the country, you can pack it in your suitcase. Your checked luggage has to be unloaded.
Unloaded. The mag out, the magazine
Yep,
out.
no magazine in it, and no bullets with it. The bullets have to be packed in a separate bag, is the way I understand it. So you'd have to have two two checked luggages.
You have to get two small bags.
Yeah, you could check two small bags if you want to. And they have to be secured. It has to be in a locked box inside your locked suitcase.
But how about when they want to check your suitcase and they break the lock? Do they do that?
Yeah.
I've heard people talk about their locks were broken.
Yeah.
Why lock it?
Um,
I would lock it and take the chance.
yeah.
But it goes through an X-ray scanner, so they should be able to see
Yep, they should.
enough.
So whatever. Check with the TSA if you are of a mind you want to carry a gun. Now, a lot of hunters go from here out west, and they carry their guns. They have to be in a locked case.
Right.
I've got a Pelican case out there that is made for a rifle,
Oh,
and it's
yeah.
locked. It's got two places to lock it on it.
And as far as carrying it in your vehicle, explain that.
Carrying it in the vehicle,
Right.
in what kind of a state?
Well, okay. If you have a concealed carry,
Yeah, well, I mean, but again, where are you talking about carrying it?
oh, just like in the state, driving
Oh,
around.
driving around?
Yes.
Okay. Anybody can carry one in North Carolina who
That's
is
correct.
legally qualified to carry
Right.
one, with or without a license. Okay.
Right.
Without a concealed carry permit, but it has to be in the open, or it has to be secured in a place that is not accessible by anybody in the car.
Right. But being that I have a concealed carry,
You can carry it in your vehicle concealed.
that's right.
But if you're stopped or you come up,
First thing you need to tell
checkpoint
them.
is so you say, officer, I have a concealed carry permit and I have a weapon in this vehicle.
Right.
And depending upon the officer and what his experience is, he say, well, where is it?
Right.
It's on my hip. Well, you leave it right there.
Mm-hmm.
In the glove compartment, well, you leave it right there.
Yes. I mean, I would be happy to even get out of the vehicle, and
Don't
take
get out of the
myself away,
vehicle
but
till they ask you to get
until
out.
they ask.
Mhm.
Yeah, right. I
Mhm.
mean, I would get out only if they asked. Yeah, I've seen too many of those live cops.
Yeah.
What happens
Yeah.
when you get out
Yeah, you don't want to do
without
that.
asking?
You don't want to do that.
But if you don't have a concealed carry permit and you have one in your vehicle,
it has to be within the open
That's
area
right.
where it can be seen.
that's right.
If or it has to be in your trunk where you do not have access to it. If it's under the front seat, that is within easy access. If it's in their glove compartment, that is still within easy access.
Correct.
So the two elements there for obviously violating the law and not having a concealed carry permit is it has to be concealed, and two, it has to be within easy access. In the trunk, it's concealed, obviously, but it's not within easy access by the courts.
Right.
The glove compartment, it is within easy access. That will vary from state to state.
That's
There are
correct.
some states that will say if it's a locked glove compartment, it's not within easy access.
Well, you have to, and if you are traveling with a weapon, you need to check each
Oh,
state's
yeah.
laws because they're different. Like sometimes in the past, I've gone with my sister to New York.
Hmm.
We didn't even bother to carry
Oh.
because the New York laws are crazy.
Convoluted, yes.
Crazy. I mean, if you
Very
have
strict.
one in your vehicle and you stop overnight
Mhm.
in New York, you have to go check your weapon in first and get a permit. It's great. It's just like I'm not even messing with it.
You have to get a permit to stay overnight in New York if
To
you got
have
a
your
gun.
gun, yes. Now, see, when my dad died, I have one nephew that we gave a special gun to
Mhm.
for him in remembrance of dad, and his friend in Pennsylvania has to hold it for him until he gets his licenses and permits for it, which I don't know if he's ever done or not. I mean, it's been years. I'm sure he has by now, but he
Hmm.
had to leave it with his friend in Pennsylvania
My
because
goodness.
New York's crazy.
Massachusetts is crazy. Connecticut is crazy.
Going
Um,
south is a lot easier than going north.
Yeah. Go south and west
Yes.
until you
Yes.
get out to La La Land,
Right.
the land of the Ludies. Okay, let's go ahead and take a break, do some weather. Coming up at 7:30, we'll be talking with Dr. Rosemary Stein, a pediatrician, notable pediatrician.
Very
and,
much so.
And she's very much into the kids, so much so that she ran for state school superintendent
Yes,
at one
she did.
time. First time I met her.
Yes.
So we'll be chatting with her this morning. She walks the walk, talks the talk.
Yes, she does.
She's right there.
She's a good lady.
Weather's when we come back. You're live and local, Real Talk, Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
Research shows people remember radio ads that remind them of the past. So to help you remember that Liberty Mutual Insurance Company customizes your home insurance so you only pay for what you need, here's an ad that'll really take you back.
Back in my day, I heard a voice from the radio say, Liberty Mutual customizes my home insurance so I only pay for what I need. I'm getting on in years now, but heavens to Betsy, there are some things an old fella like me just never forgets.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
DQ presents. Picture this. You stand before the awe-inspiring new signature stack burger menu at DQ and your mouth wonders, where have you been all my life? That's 5 taste bud tempting cheeseburgers with 100% real seasoned beef. You peek at the loaded A1 stack burger with 2 premium sauces. Then the flamethrower stack burger with tongue-tingling jalapeno bacon. Then you realize moments like these are exactly why we have the DQ signature stack burger menu. DQ. Happy tastes good. Get it delivered at DQ.com.
Mills International Incorporated, your local Cub Cadet dealer, is ready for fall, and you should be too. With Cub Cadet, zero turns, lawn tractors, and walk-behind lawnmowers from Cub Cadet are engineered with premium features, leaving you with a well-manicured lawn. Stop by Mills International Incorporated today and unlock the possibilities of your yard with Cub Cadet. Head to your local Cub Cadet dealer, Mills International Incorporated, at 801 South Queen Street, Kinston, for exceptional offers, expert advice, and superior service.
A plan every adult family member should consider is the pre-arranged funeral. It's the worry-saving thing to do for your family. Making pre-arrangements helps to alleviate the additional stress on family members that can come with arranging a loved one's funeral. Jones Funeral Home's prepaid funeral plan helps remove confusion. They make a practical evaluation of costs possible, and it's the best way to take an unpleasant task off the shoulders of the family. Call Jones Funeral Home at 455-1281.
With locations in Jacksonville, Richland, Swansboro, and Holly Ridge.
Looking for a job? Full-time? Part-time? Il Cigno Italiano Restaurant wants you. We're currently hiring for hostesses, servers, bartenders, and dishwashers. Il Cigno Italiano is a family-owned, fast-paced restaurant that offers the best in fine dining on the Crystal Coast. If you're hardworking, reliable, professional, and have a desire to always strive for better, we want to talk to you. Make great money and be a part of an outstanding, dedicated team. Il Cigno Italiano on West Corbett Avenue in Swansboro.
Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry, where we love to make you smile. Now proud to be working with Drs. Kim and Tommy Morgan, formerly Morgan Family Dentistry. The Jacksonville and Richlands Morgan offices of Lane & Associates Family Dentistry blends the latest technology with personal care and attention, so you have an amazing dental experience. The offices of Lane & Associates welcome all ages and accepts all major insurances, including military. Lane & Associates Family Dentistry has been serving the state of North Carolina for over 40 years, with 2 locations in Jacksonville, Richlands, and Maysville. Call for an appointment today at 877-LANE-DDS or online at lanedds.com. Welcome to Lane Associates Family Dentistry.
When you need comforting, who do you call? An old friend, right? Jacksonville Heating Contractors services the heating and cooling needs of our area with dependable quality train systems, guaranteeing indoor comfort for your home or business. In addition to quality train systems, Jacksonville Heating Contractors offers 24-hour emergency service, NATE certified technicians, and over 50 years of experience and service you can trust. And with a Jacksonville Heating Contractor service agreement, you never pay retail for heating or cooling services and receive priority scheduling. Remember, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. And in New Bern, you can call Trent Heating and Air Conditioning 252-633-2200. In Morehead City, Sea Air Heating and Cooling 252-247-1122. If you need service or repairs, just call an old friend. Jacksonville Heating Contractors, an independent train dealer. It's hard to stop a train. For deals on train systems and more, visit anoldfriend.com or call 910-347-2843.
Hello, shoppers. Take advantage of the following specials and many more at your locally owned and operated Piggly Wiggly store, where good things call Seth's down the street, the Richlands Highway, Jacksonville, and Main Street, Maysville. Whole top sirloin, just $5.99 a pound. Whole eye of the round, just $4.39 a pound. Boneless ribeye loin, $9.99 a pound. How about whole fresh picnics, just $1.19 a pound? Baby back ribs, just $2.59 a pound. Whole bottom round, just $3.99 a pound. And you get a 10-pound bag of fresh fried leg quarters for just $4.99 for a 10-pound bag. And remember, the beef and pork is cut fresh every day by the butchers at your locally owned and operated Piggly Wiggly store, and they use only the finest and certified Angus beef and Sanderson's Farm chicken. Over in produce, you get a 3-pound bag of Eastern apples, selected varieties, for just $2.99. First of the season, Sunburst tangerines, you get 3 for 99 cents. Jumbo green peppers, 99 cents each. Red California seedless grapes are just $3.49 a pound. You get a 1-pound package of fresh red ripe strawberries for just $3.99 for a 1-pound package. Large russet baking potatoes, just 99 cents a pound. And you get 3 6-packs of the 16-ounce bottle size of Pepsi or Mountain Dew for just $11. That's your locally owned and operated Piggly Wiggly store where good things cost less. Down the street on the Richlands Highway, Jacksonville, and Main Street in Maysville. Remember, say big with the pig.
It's live and local. Real talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
Well, hey, y'all. Another new boat has arrived at Tideline Marine in Jacksonville. You really need to stop by Tideline and get a gander at the newest Aloha pontoon, the one with 3 tunes that make it more stable, much faster. You got wakeboards? Do you like to wakeboard? People have these racks and stuff on their boats that carry the wakeboards to go out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, guess what this boat's got? It's got wakeboard rack.
Oh, okay.
Comes up out to the back of it. It's looked really cool. It's much like the one with the little top on it and the sliding board.
Right.
But instead of the top and the sliding board, it's got a wakeboard rack, a big one.
I kind of like that sliding board.
Yeah,
on the top.
yeah. It'd be a lot of fun to
That
have,
was
I'm
nice.
sure. Why don't you go on down and take a look-see? The doors will be open in about a little over an hour. George was removing the wraps of the newest pontoon to make an appearance on the new river. This one comes complete with the racks for your wakeboards. No doubt you can envision weekends playing in the bays around the area, complete with all of the amenities on board, ready to celebrate. How about next year's 4th of July celebration? Think about it.
It's not too late. It's not too early.
The fireworks display there aboard Camp Lejeune. You can run right down river about 4 or 5 miles, anchor up, spend the afternoon wakeboarding or cooking or doing whatever you want to do, and have a bunch of friends on board with you.
Be nice.
Swimming. It's a great time of the year to do that. Check in today, 159 Old Bridge Street, on the banks of the New River in downtown Jacksonville. And don't forget to register for the weekly drawing. Just ask anyone there how to do it. Gale warning in effect through this afternoon. Today, offshore, northerly winds 25 to 30 knots with gusts to 35 knots, diminishing to 20 to 25 this afternoon. Seas 5 to 7. Dominant period 6 seconds. Sounds and rivers very rough, diminishing to rough in the afternoon. Northerly winds tomorrow 15 to 20. Gusts to 30. Seas 4 to 6. 2 to their shore. Dominant period 6 seconds tomorrow. Sounds and rivers choppy. Friday, northeasterly winds 15 to 20 with gusts to 25 knots, seas 3 to 5, except 2 to 3 near shore. Sounds and rivers will be choppy.
And today is partly sunny, then gradually becoming sunny with a high near 53, north wind 13 to 17 with gusts as high as 29 miles per hour. Tonight, patchy frost after 1 a.m., clear with a lower around 33, north wind 8 miles per hour. Thursday, areas of frost before 9 a.m., sunny with a high near 58, north wind 9 miles per hour with gusts as high as 15. Thursday night, clear with a low of 36 with a chance of frost. Friday, sunny with a high of 68, a low of 45 going into Friday evening. So bundle up for the football game.
Yep. The Ivy League student who is accused of making threats of a mass shooting and anti-Semitic violence at Cornell University has been criminally charged.
Good.
Court documents show that 21-year-old Patrick Day, a junior at Cornell, has been federally charged in connection with the threats following an investigation by the Joint Terrorism Task Force. Wow. The students there on the campus were all uptight about this whole thing going on. It's happening at campuses all over the country. That's really weird.
Have you seen the protests at a lot of these colleges?
Yeah. Well, they're
It's
not protests. They're
ridiculous.
riots, as far as I'm concerned.
True.
So, Anyway, Cornell University administrators dispatched campus police to a Jewish center after threatening statements appeared on a discussion board Sunday. Reports state that Day posted threats to shoot up a multicultural dining room on campus and also called for the deaths of Jewish people and threatened to bring an assault rifle to the campus. Man, but dude, there goes your education.
Red flag.
Yeah.
Red flag.
Yeah.
They're coming out with more and more information on this main shooter, that Robert Card, things that had happened, and
there was a lot. There was a lot of evidence in advance.
That's right. So many red
Probable
flags right
cause, not
there, and
evidence.
a lot of things that weren't done that should have been done.
Yep. So anyway, if you know something, you see something, say something.
Absolutely.
If you suspect something, say something.
Right. I mean, it could be it could be something you're really not too sure about. Should I say something? Say something anyway.
Well, years ago, it's funny. Years ago, I was over in the New River Shopping Center, and it was right about sundown, a little after sundown, and the moon was coming up, full moon. I parked my truck,
right,
got out, all the people around, and I took out a 500 millimeter lens on my camera. It's a long lens. And I leaned across the hood to brace myself because I didn't have a tripod with me.
Right.
And I leaned across the hood to act as a tripod or a solid object. And I'm pointing this thing up into the sky where the moon was coming up. I had 2 police officers to show up. Yeah, somebody had 2. They were in different locations in the shopping center on patrol.
Right.
And they said that 2 different people came up, one to each of the police cars, and told them that there was something suspicious. And they came over there and they said, that's a camera, isn't it? I said, it is.
Yeah.
And he said, yeah, we had. I said, somebody called and said that there was a crazy guy over here with a gun, right? Well, they stopped by and they said there was something that was suspicious. I said, thank them.
Right.
I'm glad they did.
Exactly.
I could have been.
Exactly.
And by the way, I do have a gun. I have a concealed carry permit, and I'm an ex-cop.
Right.
And they said, we don't need to see it.
They had calls that you were mooning people. Playing words. Well, it's just the smallest things. I mean, I know that people in Maine, even family members, were concerned about his mental health, and they did contact law enforcement.
Yeah, they did. Then the police officer went there. He wasn't there,
That's
and they
right.
never went back.
And they never went back.
Yep.
See, so there's going to be a lot of lessons learned from this.
Yep.
Some changes
from
I
all
imagine.
sides.
Yeah,
Well, the
from
2
all
Jacksonville,
sides.
2 of Jacksonville's finest, they didn't just go away.
They stayed out there and watched you take pictures. Huh?
Watch me mooning.
Oh, but that's good though, because
Well,
it
it's
could be
fine.
the smallest thing.
It could very well be the
A
smallest
couple
thing.
weeks ago, I noticed a vehicle parked across from my house, and it was a van, tinted windows, but I never saw anyone around it. And I'm like going,
They're probably in the back seat taking pictures.
that's what I'm figuring, because I remember those days. We had a van, and I would do the same, but
Yeah, we did too.
Uh,
Wilmington PD had one. I was in that a lot.
right, because we had a detective agency. I was a licensed private investigator at the time, and then the van would leave, and then a car would appear, and with tinted windows, but I never saw the driver.
Right.
And I'm like, but I didn't report it at the time, but it has been reported to someone within the law enforcement community. So if I see that again, I will definitely call that person and have them go check it out. But I'm thinking, why are you there? You're watching somebody.
Yeah.
I knew it wasn't me because they wouldn't sit in front of the house to watch me. And there's no reason to watch me. What do I do? Come out once a week and mow the yard. That's about it. But,
No. They're parked there the next time. Just call that and ask them if they can help you.
yes. Well, I
Need some
should
help.
have gone out there and walked around gone like to my neighbor's house and got the license plate number just casually, but I didn't, but the more I thought about it after the fact, I thought, something's kind of fishy there.
There was one parked down here about 3 years ago or so at the end of the block, parked partway on the road. Well,
Right.
this block is kind of like it's a one block
Right.
street. That's all there is. So I drove up behind him. I said, everything okay? And when I drove up behind him first, and I
Right.
pulled up around him with the window down. I said, everything okay? He said, yeah. I said, anything going on? He said, I said, you having any issues or anything? No, I'm fine. And he said, are you the police? I said, not anymore. And turns out I know what happened because they were doing a stakeout because the house right behind me over here got raided a few days later.
Oh, I see. Yes. Okay. Well, I almost called you on my way in this morning because I had one that got behind me on Bill Fork.
Uh-huh.
When I turned left onto Country Club, they turned left.
Uh-huh.
When I went through Western, they went through Western behind me.
Yeah.
When I turned left onto the drive here, they turned left.
Oh, really?
And by then I was already like, okay. But they immediately turned into a driveway.
Yeah.
So it was just one of those things.
One of those
But
normal
I
things.
was watching.
Dr. Rosemary Stein, how are you?
Good morning, Dr. Rose.
I'm doing well. Good morning, everybody.
We appreciate you joining us this morning. Kelly is running up. She's got an errand, so she'll be here in a little while.
Right.
Got Lee and me.
Lee and me.
Lee and me.
Lee and me.
Oh, very nice.
Well, we already have a
Lee and
question.
you are perfect.
Yeah.
We already have a question for you. We've been saving it up because we heard first of the week on the news that the RSV vaccine is in short supply right now. Have you heard anything?
Well, it's so funny because it's a new vaccine. So, and they were promoting it. So I guess everybody went out and tried to get it. And so it's new. It's not, if it's the same one, so there are two RSV vaccines. One is called the Synagis. We've had that one for quite a while, maybe 20, 25 years. And that one is for immune-compromised preemies or children, or babies with heart problems, or so you have to have a pretty serious underlying problem, and you have to be an infant for that one. I think it was up until 2 years of age. Now, the RSV that we're probably talking about is the new RSV vaccine. It's indicated for not just infants. It's actually being it's being considered more for adults. So that's probably the one that's in short supply right now. It's new, so it's new to the winter season.
Okay. Well, I guess that's
probably the one
that's probably the one.
supply.
Right. Well, it didn't really go into detail saying there was two different ones, but we just saw that and we were like, whoa.
It's just a little
That's
sort of
what
a headline.
Dr. Rose was talking about last week, and we had to ask her about this.
Well, there's not going to be much of a change because we didn't have it, and then we don't have it. But what I was actually thinking about that vaccine this morning, and thinking about how it came out very quickly. So usually you have had RSV in some way and to some severity by the time you're, let's say, 10 years of age. Mm-hmm. And so you're most likely going to have some immunity. It concerns me that they didn't really vet the vaccine before putting it out, because you really have to know whether the person has their own natural immunity or not before you give them the vaccine to know if it's going to help them or not. Mm-hmm. But everything that I see says that it's not been it's not been studied to know whether the vaccine is going to be effective. And so what I would consider, if you want to get the vaccine, is to ask your doctor for a immunity panel against RSV. And then you'll know if your antibodies, your long-term antibodies are there or not. If they're low, then once, the vaccine is there again, then you would be a good candidate for it, especially if you're older and, you're like in a rest home or in a place where maybe you're a Sunday school teacher and you might be in contact with children. Those are good circumstances to consider getting the RSV vaccine. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, if you have good antibodies against it, I don't know that it's going to be helpful. And it would be helpful to have a study of before and after the RSV with regards to your antibodies and what it actually does. But I haven't seen that yet. So I don't know that it's going to be helpful in its current state, but hopefully they're going to fix these problems. And also the way that they're telling people about it, so that it's not just like, oh, RSV is so horrible, let's go out and get immunized. So you understand the limitations that the vaccine is going to have.
Okay, so old people like me can get RSV issues, have RSV issues?
Oh, yes, you can, but it's your own natural immunity that helps to fight against it. So, yes, you can get RSV because it's not like, let's say, the chickenpox, where you usually have lifelong immunity. As this is a different kind of virus where having it once doesn't mean you're never going to get it, but you do have immunity to fight it off faster than the person who's never had it.
Okay. And so I can go to my doctor and say, I need to know if I've ever had this stuff and if I've got any active good old antibodies and I don't need the shot or something like that.
That's right. But if I recall correctly, Mr. Rayford, you had RSV. It was positive on one of your panels, maybe in the last couple of years. So just having that knowledge is good because you know that you do probably have good immunity against it. But if you want to dive in deeper, then you know exactly what your antibodies, long-term and short-term are. And that'll be even more helpful before you get the vaccine.
Okay. Well, I will I'll go back and take another gander at all of that sort of good stuff to see what I have had. And I know I've had chicken pox, and I think I had chicken pox, and I've had measles, and I've had the mumps.
I've had everything, yes.
Never had whooping cough. That was the biggie way back then, but I didn't get it. I never got it. So anyway.
Well, Dr. Rose,
one day I'll tell you guys the story of Dr. Rose and whooping cough. It was one of the worst times I've ever had. But
my gosh,
that's a topic for another day.
Yeah, kind of making me want to cough right now.
Yeah.
It's kind of like yawning. It's the most contagious thing in the world.
Right.
You got another question?
Absolutely.
I have a real quick question. This is kind of off the wall here. Do you recommend parents give their children a daily vitamin?
Oh, absolutely. I think it's very helpful because kids tend to be kind of picky, so they don't get all the vitamins that they have. So vitamins or supplements, they're things that the body does need, but they don't necessarily have any like nutritional caloric value. And so they're in certain foods. And so if you don't get a balanced amount of foods, let's say your veggies and fish and chicken and meat and fruit, well, if you don't get a certain balance of all of those things, some of your vitamins are going to be low, some of your vitamins are going to be higher. And then the other thing is if you're not exposed to sunlight, for example, vitamin D in the winter, you're not going to get that exposure to that vitamin because your own body produces it. So because of that, it's good to give a child a multivite. Actually, everybody probably have some multivites because we all run the danger of that we don't have well-balanced diets. And that will fill this gap. And that's very important because some of these things like vitamin C are important for the cellular composition and the way that they sort of glue together. And so that's why you get scurvy and your lips sort of cut apart when you don't have enough vitamin C. So yeah, go out and read about the different ones that you'll see in your pharmacy or in your supermarket and try to make the best choice. And most expensive does not mean better. So look to see that your vitamin has the closest to 100% of each one of the vitamins as possible. And that, if you have to chew on it or something, it's not like horrible tasting. If you can, kind of set that.
Okay, you said a lack of vitamin C or D or whatever can cause your lips to split?
Yep, that's called scurvy. That's vitamin C. And when you don't have enough of that, then your what we call your mucosas, which are the insides of your mouth and the other sort of exposed innards of your body will not have the components that it needs to sort of glue together and become nice and smooth. So they sort of split. They have these little splits, and you can bleed very easily.
Well, for somebody like me who I think I may have that little bit that issue right now, but I drink orange juice every day.
Oh, well, then that's not because of a vitamin C deficiency. That's something else.
It might be dry air.
They used to say an apple a day keeps the doctor away because scurvy was so common back, even 100 years ago. People didn't have access to nice fresh fruit. And so as long as you could eat an apple, the thought was that you could stay well. And so, that all goes back to now we can access some of these vitamins just through having a supplement like a multivitamin.
Yeah. We got Lee over here putting chapstick on.
I'm just like, I'm freaked out. Well, you just brought to mind another question. I'll ask this real quick because I know we have to go to commercial. But I know, like, sometimes I break out with a blister on my lip, like if I've been in the sun and got too much sun or whatever. And people tell me that's called herpes, sun herpes or something.
Yeah, that's herpes simplex. And that.
So I mean, I have it, herpes?
You have herpes. Yeah, it is, but it's a herpes simplex. It's not the other, the herpes.
Okay.
So it is herpes, but it's a very simple herpes. It doesn't mean anything that's sexually transmitted. It's called also a cold sore. It does tell you that your immune system is a little bit low. So that vitamin C and zinc and lysine are very helpful for that. There is a medication for it. I don't like giving children that because it has some side effects. So I like to tell them the other way. Just, vitamin C and lysine and zinc are going to be very helpful for that. And just making sure that you take good care of it so it doesn't just keep on opening up. It can be very painful and eat hard foods. So stay away from hard foods during the time that you do have those cold sores.
Oh, great information.
Dr. Rose, thank you. I back in the days when I did a lot of photography and of course had the studio and I did process of my own film, color and black and white. There's something called a fixer for black and white that I could get one of those little cold sore things and I'd take a little bit of fixer and rub it on there and it would go away.
Oh,
rub what?
Okay.
It's part of a black and white film paper processing stuff.
I didn't know where that was going, but that surprised me at the end.
Yep. Well,
so
anyway,
me too.
It burned when you put it on there, but it cured it. So, anyway. All right, Dr. Rose, thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Rose. As always, it was
you guys have a great
information. Thanks.
You're live and local, Real Talk Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME. We'll be right back.
Have you gotten your copy of Topsail Times newspaper this week? If not, did you know that Topsail Times is Topsail area's only local newspaper in print? Started a little over a year ago, we now have over 1,500 online subscribers and 5,000 printed copies that go out every 2 weeks. And we never charge our readers. Information should be free to our readers, and we stick by that. Looking for an idea for date night? Want to learn some local history? How about asking a veterinarian about your pet? These things and more are available in each copy of the Topsail Times newspaper. Want to get the word out about your business? We offer great rates for full color ads, and the online paper version is always included for free. Need help designing the perfect ad? We can do that too. We're always looking for human interest stories, so start writing. And we love local photos too. Check out our website at topsailtimes.net, where you can find out where to pick up a copy or check out our latest publication online.
Wismar and Chappie's Chicken. And for over 50 years, Great Gas and Oil Company has kept our community comfortable year-round with quality heating and cooling products and dependable service. In addition to heating and air conditioning service, Great Gas and Oil Company does generators, tankless water heaters, and quality appliance repair. For service, phone 910-347-7138. Locally owned and operated by Jerry and Jeff Allen and Bobby and Louise Williams.
Modern Exterminating 627 College Street, Jacksonville has proudly been serving the pest control needs of Onslow and surrounding counties since 1952. That's 70 years of protecting the health and property of our citizens from rodents, termites, mosquitoes, and all other pests. Modern Exterminating offers inspection without obligation. Being authorized to serve government quarters, Modern Exterminating takes this opportunity to thank those who serve and allowing us to handle all your pest control needs. If what they use don't zap them, they'll trap them. And if you're not satisfied, they'll step on them. The bug stops here. Modern Exterminating, family owned and operated since 1952. Call today, 910-455-5122. That's 910-455-5122 for Modern Exterminating.
Coastal Bank and Trust thanks you for allowing us the privilege of handling all your banking needs, including personal and commercial loans to mortgage services. With locations in Jacksonville, Holly Ridge, Richlands, and Morehead City, Coastal Bank and Trust truly is a community bank dedicated to those we serve and is proud to be a part of the continued growth of Onslow, Carteret, and surrounding counties, and looks forward to meeting you. Thank you for voting us the best of the best 5 years in a row. FDIC insured and an equal housing lender.
If you're looking for a great deal on a brand new Mitsubishi pre-owned car or truck, look no further than Bob Mills Mitsubishi, 2150 North Marine Boulevard. Because at Bob Mills Mitsubishi, they give it away and guarantee all their customers financing. At Bob Mills, there is no high pressure, no smoke and mirrors, or running back and forth to a sales manager. Buying a new Mitsubishi or quality pre-owned car or truck should be a fun experience. And that's what you'll have at Bob Mills Mitsubishi, 2150 North Marine Boulevard in Jacksonville, because they give it away.
If you have a project that requires ready-mix concrete, whether a driveway, patio, livestock housing, outdoor kitchen, or something special for the holidays, Mixed Masters Concrete of Beulaville can handle the job. Large or small, Mixed Masters Concrete offers residential, commercial, and agricultural contract work with professional service and fast delivery. Owner Scott Thigpen provides free estimates, and Mixed Masters Concrete will deliver on Saturdays. In addition to expert concrete service, KPT Masonry does complete concrete finishing. So, for ready-mix concrete and professional concrete finishing, phone 910-298-6153. Mixed Masters Concrete and KPT Masonry of Beulaville. Proud to be part of the continuing growth of Eastern North Carolina, and thanks all our military families and all that serve.
It's live and local. Real talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Okay, we're back, and joining us in the studio right now, we've got the one, the only, fresh from us. You've got a new daughter-in-law now.
That's right. Yeah.
Where'd you go? India? Where did you go?
But the wedding was in Durham, but her parents were from India, and they met over here.
Okay.
And so it was a fabulous wedding.
You went to a full-fledged Indian wedding.
Yes. Yeah.
That's cool.
There were about 380, 400 people. So,
wow.
Wow.
And tell everybody that are watching, what do you call this that you have on? I call it a beautiful scarf, but I'm sure that's not right.
A ducata.
A duke, what?
I think it's called a ducata.
Ducata.
Don't quote me, but I think that's what it's called.
Anyway, it's pretty very interesting looking.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Do you want to leave it laying when you leave?
The girls would fight over it. I guarantee you. There's not a doubt.
It's not pink. Kelly
I got
doesn't want
I
it.
got another one, a green one as well. I was debating which one to bring in.
I have a beautiful orange one like that Robbie and Rayford had brought us girls back a gift. And I wear it. I love it.
Okay. Peter, the time has come and gone for a lot of people to change their Medicare plans right now for this year, right?
So you're talking about people that are retirees of the state,
yes,
basically state retirees.
Well,
trying to choose whether they want. You've got 3 different plans you can choose with the state, and But for everybody else, we've got till the 7th of December.
Okay.
We've got the annual enrollment period started on the 15th of October and ends on the 7th of December.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, we can't change ours now, of course, because we didn't change it this year.
Yeah.
Still looking at it. My wife and I are both looking at it. We'll try to find out what the state's going to do next year, because we understand they're going to also change next year.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to go. I believe the option is Humana or Blue Cross Blue Shield.
Yes. Now that's been the option for years past as well.
But also the information is that next year they're not going to offer exactly that. They're going to bring in Aetna for 2025.
Oh, Aetna.
So
that's a big company.
It's getting kind of confusing.
Mm-hmm.
Hate to change from one to another and then have to change again.
Yeah. So I've heard some rumblings about that too, but it's just been rumblings. Yeah.
No, we'll talk about that one.
Yeah.
Over the next year, because I want to get something that's going to be stable.
Yes.
And I don't want to have to be changing every year.
Mm-hmm.
And as long as it can meet my demand. So now, if people, first of all, how can they reach you? Because we're going to have to take another break here before we continue. But how's the best way to reach you? By your telephone?
Phone number's a good one, 252-373-4056. That's 252-373-4056. Then there's my website, foxfoxplans.com.
That's foxplans.com.
That's right. That's FOX plans, which is PLANS.com, foxfoxplans.com. And then, of course, I'm in the store.
In Walmart.
Yes, in Walmart.
Up here on Marine Boulevard in Jacksonville. Mm-hmm. You're there 6 days a week from about 10 until roughly 6. Take you an hour out for lunch.
Yes, that's right. I take an hour off between 1 and 2. So you can find me there. Yeah, in the Walmart with the Golden Corral and the car park between 10 till 6 p.m.
Got it.
Each day, Monday to Saturday.
At lunch, he's at McDonald's.
I'm trying to be a good boy this time. I've only been there twice, but I must say the first time I walked in there, the lady behind the counter said, "Oh, I haven't seen you for a long time. Let me buy you a lunch."
Oh.
Wow.
I've never had that in the McDonald's before.
Neither have I. Never, ever. Don't expect it either, because I don't go in there very often. That, but the Golden Corral would be a better option for me. I'd go by there and pick what I want.
Yeah.
It's always smells so good, too. You're live in local Real Talk Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME. We'll be right back.
C&S Paint, Jacksonville's premier paint store since 1957, with 3 locations serving the Crystal Coast, has everything you need from brushes to Olympic stain and quality Benjamin Moore paint. Benjamin Moore offers unmatched color and durability, so the color will last for years to come. Whether a do-it-yourselfer or paint contractor, when you shop C&S Paint Center with 3 locations, you're not just improving your home or construction site, you're supporting a local business too. C&S Paint Center, Olympic Stain, and Benjamin Moore. Paint for everything that matters. C&S Paint Center, 105 Wayne Drive, Morehead City, 6 Doris Avenue, Jacksonville, and 504 Cedar Point Boulevard, Cedar Point. C&S Paint, phone 910-455-0210. Jacksonville's premier paint store since 1957.
Down East, heating and air conditioning, a family tradition of quality since 1986.
Down East is your local Bryant factory authorized dealer. Down East, Bryant, whatever it takes to keep you cool.
Down East, heating and air conditioning, a family tradition of quality since 1986. DownEastHeating.com.
Needing service on your present cooling system? Just call Down East. Looking to replace your cooling system in your home or office? Down East and Bryant is ready to do whatever it takes to keep you cool on these hot summer days. Ask about 0% interest for 60 months. Down East, Bryant, whatever it takes.
Down East, heating and air conditioning, a family tradition of quality since 1986. DownEastHeating.com.
Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing specializes in residential and commercial interior and exterior painting. In fact, they paint most anything except cars, including homes, businesses, apartment complexes, decks, and they do minor repairs, wood repairs, pressure washing, waterproofing, and more, including storm repair and cleanup. Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing, fully licensed, insured, and locally owned and operated by Roger Carroll Jr. References available and customer satisfaction is always guaranteed. So if you want to paint it, maintained, power washed, or need a new roof, call Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, and Power Washing at 910-939-0749 or visit southerntouchpaintingnc.com. Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing salutes our troops and is proud to be part of the continued growth of Onslow and surrounding counties.
It's not for everyone, only for you. The medication your doctor prescribes is exclusively yours to take as directed. Nobody else should be taking it. It's up to you to keep your medication secure and to safely dispose of any unused medications. Don't let anyone take what's yours. Your prescription, your responsibility. Be aware, don't share. Lock your meds.
Supported by NCDHHS, Division of Mental Health, Developmental Disabilities, and Substance Abuse Services. Visit lockyourmeds.org/NC.
If your plans include hitting the road this year to do some traveling, make sure a visit to Silent Service Center is on your to-do list. Travel safety starts with the tires on your vehicle, and a visit to Silent Service Center will give you peace of mind with the best value in all name brand tires and the largest selection of used tires in this area. In addition to quality tires, Silent Service Center is a North Carolina inspection station and does complete brake service, oil changes, and alignment service. Silent Service Center, 1707 Lejeune Boulevard, Jacksonville, and 108 West Main Street, Havelock. Phone 910-353-4760.
Hi guys, it's Lisa, the Queen of Diamonds from Bryn Mawr Jewelers in Jacksonville. Are you looking for a ring for the perfect girl? We have hundreds of rings in our beautiful showroom. Want a ring as unique as your girl? Then we'll custom design a ring especially for you. Not sure if you want lab-grown diamonds or an earth mine diamond? No problem. We'll take the time to explain the difference. We guarantee to find a diamond as exceptional as your girl. We hand select every diamond that comes into our store, and it has to be a sparkling fireball to make it in our showcase. Our long-standing relationships in the industry guarantees you to get the most competitive price on the highest quality diamond. We offer custom financing so that it's easy to buy the ring of her dreams. We have rings for every budget and a vast selection of loose diamonds. So I invite you to come visit us today at Bryn Mawr Jewelers in Jacksonville. The Lutz family has been a part of thousands of I Do's for over 72 years. Nobody does I Do like we do. Come see why we're Jacksonville's oldest family jeweler.
Bryn Mawr Jewelers, next to Sam's Club, Jacksonville.
Freedom 97.1 WSME.
It's live and local real talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Okay, we're back live at Local Real Talk, and in the studio with us, along with Lee, of course, is Peter Wright. He's a Medicare expert, basically, so to speak.
Because Lord, we need it.
Yeah, we do. I spent the last, month and a half here trying to understand this stuff. I've got paperwork like you would not believe, the current plan, other plans, what you had given me, and it's like, wow, I'm going to have to sit down. So next year, do not have any more weddings a week or two before my deadline, so that we can do the last minute rush and find out what's going on. And so I will be more educated by that time anyway.
You're from Britain, right?
That's right. Yeah.
But your son married an Indian girl?
Yes, I met at university. Yeah.
Isn't that? Oh, what a diverse family.
Yeah.
I bet the holidays are really cool now.
They will be.
They should be.
Yeah. What are you bringing for Thanksgiving dinner? Indian food? I'd love it.
Yeah.
Okay, get back on Medicare.
Under 65 health plans.
Yeah, so 1st of November is when under 60, when the ACA plans start up. So I can help people under the age of 65 with plans, and some people qualify for subsidies, and some of those subsidies you can actually get a plan at $0. It's pretty amazing for people that earn a certain amount per year or per month. They can qualify for those really rich subsidies and not have to pay anything for that plan.
Is that for the dual household, or is that per individual?
You look at the household income, and I can insure the husband, the wife, the children, if depending on certain parameters. But yes, yeah.
Okay, all right. So you can help the other folks too, the young people.
Yes, that's
with
right.
Their ACA
under
plans.
65.
What a lot of us have called Obamacare, right?
Yeah, Affordable Care Act.
Yes,
is what they call it now. Yeah.
A lot of people might not remember what it is.
Right.
So ACA is Affordable Care.
Right. I don't think they call it Obamacare anymore.
No, he's gone.
Yeah.
Some people still refer to it as that, but most people say marketplace plans.
Right.
Marketplace plans.
Yeah. That's how. That's how people refer to it around here.
Okay. If you're over 65 and you've got Medicare or one of the plans associated with Medicare, can you still qualify for the ACA?
You can still get ACA, but you really, if you got Medicare, you want to be on a Medicare plan because you've got you need to be current on Medicare and ACA. The marketplace plans do not creditable coverage. They don't count as coverage. So if you didn't have your Medicare, you could end up getting a late enrollment penalty, and you don't want that to happen.
Okay.
So when you qualify for Medicare, you want to get a Medicare.
Yeah, but I mean,
plan.
if you have Medicare, you can't have both, can you?
Well, that's what I thought, but you can. I've asked around quite a lot to different. There is no reason that you cannot, but I mean legally, but you don't want to, because if you did have an ACA plan in place of Medicare, it's not creditable coverage, so you will end up with a late enrollment penalty for not having Medicare for, say, between age 65 and 68 if you just use them. Now that doesn't mean that you can't, if you're working for a company, you can get your Medicare Part A when you turn 65, but you can delay having your Part B until you finish until you retire, and then you can elect to get your Part B and get onto whatever Medicare plan, if you want an Advantage plan or a supplement plan at that time.
I've heard of people. I've heard of people talking about, even when they're younger, getting two insurance plans, two different companies. Is that a possibility for something like that? Well, I know you can get a cancer policy as well, but I mean, I'm talking about just two regular medical insurance plans.
You can. Some of my colleagues sell some really, I call them complicated plans, where you add in, you have 4 or 5 different plans, and they match together, and they cover various scenarios in your life. And so you can have a multiple number of plans, and it may end up being cheaper and give you more coverage, but it's a lot to understand, for most people.
Okay.
And the people I'm thinking of that are doing that to, have a recreational vehicle, an RV. They go around the country and they help people with these sort of plans, and they've helped probably close to 100 people with that now.
Okay.
So there's various things you can do, but for most people, it's best to keep it simple, I think.
Okay. Yeah. If you've got a question for Peter, if you're concerned about, either upcoming, maybe this coming year or maybe next month, you'll be 65 and eligible. Even after this deadline or 2 months from now, you will still be able to get into a plan. So just if you got any questions, give us a call right after this break. We got a 60-second Fox News break. Our number is 910-333-0139, 910-333-0139. We'll be right back.
WSME, Camp Lejeune, W246CJ, Jacksonville.
I'm Gian Gelosi. For the first time since the war started, the Rafah crossing from Gaza into Egypt is open, accepting hundreds of people with foreign passports and seriously wounded Palestinians.
Just short time ago, we saw that fleet of ambulances going across the border from Egypt into Gaza to pick up some of those critically injured Palestinians.
That's Fox's Jonathan Hunt. FBI Director Christopher Wray warned Tuesday that the Israel-Hamas war raised the potential for an attack against Americans.
We assess that the actions of Hamas and its allies will serve as an inspiration, the likes of which we haven't seen since ISIS launched its so-called caliphate several years ago.
Republicans say the threat is being amplified by a lack of security at the southern border. America's listening to Fox News.
Freedom 97.1
WSME.
It's live and local. Real talk.
Okay, we're back, and again in the studio with us is Peter Wright. And Peter, I've got Medicare. I've had it for a bunch of years now, and I've never taken a second look at it. I just get it. I got it years ago. I've never examined the plan. Don't know what I'm getting. My wife knows more about it because we're under the Humana thing as part of her state retirement. So the fee for my part is negligible. Hers is zero, of course.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't know whether it's a good plan. I don't know whether it's a bad plan. But even if it's a good plan for her and I've got other issues or whatever, should I be taking a look at that? And of course, I can come off of her plan with no problem. Right?
You can come off of her plan, if you wanted to, or you can. You're with your wife's with the state, so
correct.
So you're able to choose one of the options that allows you to keep on a state plan. There's a 70-30 Blue Cross plan, so you could keep that option and get an Advantage plan as well. But as we've already said, we're past that date now for people that are state retired.
Yeah,
that was
it's
October
over for
the
this year.
27th.
Yep.
Yeah. But
Now-
I think you're.
But
Sorry.
now there is some indication that the Blue Cross is going to be offering a 90-10 plan for the state employees, not a 70-30. They've made some kind of a deal.
No, I can't comment.
You don't
on
know that.
No.
Yeah.
Because that's with the state retirees.
Right, that's between
not-
them and the Blue Cross people. Or the Humana people or whoever people. Well, anyway, whatever their plans are. But if it's a 90-10 or a 70-30 or whatever the plan is, I can still get an Advantage plan, correct? A separate Advantage plan.
We'll have to see what the rules are then.
Okay.
I know the rules now, and as I've said to you, I think in the past, it is hard to find out what those rules are.
I know.
We know for sure that you can get a plan, an Advantage plan, if you have a Blue Cross 70-30 plan. But I have been also told by some agents and friends that they know people that have swapped to an Advantage plan from a state plan and swapped back again without there being a problem. But when I've tried to clear that up with the state, they've said, I've had 3 people tell me, yes, you can do that. And 1 person say, no, you can't do that. So it's happening.
Okay.
So I take it safe and do what I know works.
But should I and other people who have are on Medicare, should we take a close look at it? And how do we know whether it is good or bad every year? Because, I get 1 million phone calls every day. All of them call every day.
And the answer to that is in this book, the book Medicare and You 2024, published by the government. And they specifically say each year it's important to review your Medicare health and drug coverage to make sure it still meets your needs and decide if you want to make a change. You don't need to sign up for Medicare each year, but you should still review your options. And I'd say yes, it is because important.
I don't understand that language in there.
Yeah,
it's tricky.
What it says is review your plan each year, because just to make sure that your option you've got the best, you've got the correct options for you, because your life can change. Medically things can happen, drugs can change, or you might want to travel this year and actually spend 3 months away, and perhaps you've got an HMO plan where you're not going to be able to spend.
That's a good point.
You're going to go to Los Angeles maybe and spend 3 months there seeing family, and now your plan is really just an HMO and it's based in North Carolina. You'll want to consider changing that to maybe a PPO plan or something that will cover you while you're in Los Angeles.
Okay, explain what the difference is
between an HMO and a PPO.
Yes.
An HMO plan is you've got a network of doctors and you've basically got to stay within that network of doctors. Now, some of the networks of doctors, like if you're living in North Carolina and you're not going to travel, or you're going to travel for a week or 2 and come back, so all your medical stuff will be done in North Carolina, you can have an HMO plan with, for instance, Blue Cross. And their you will be able to. 97% of the doctors that do Medicare that have Medicare, accept Medicare patients, are in the Blue Cross plan. So that's 60,000 doctors plus in Blue Cross. So if you're in North Carolina, you can see just anybody. I never have a problem of trying to find doctors for people in North Carolina that are getting a Blue Cross plan. For instance, I'm just giving an example. But if you go out of the state and you've got a Blue Cross HMO plan for North Carolina, then you get covered by emergency and urgent care anywhere else in the US and also overseas. But we're talking the US. But that gets you stable. But then so if you have an emergency, you can still get treated. But you've got to get back to your home base, to have routine medical work done and things like that.
How about if I'm, I have a friend that he had a serious heart issue, and they sent him to Cleveland.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So some of the HMO plans, you can, if you want, or you can still use those HMO plans like United Healthcare, Aetna. They have doctors in those other states and facilities, and you can still do that under an HMO plan because I've been building those networks out for years. But if you're going to travel or you want extra options, then a PPO plan it would be the best option for you.
Mm-hmm.
Now, so you can go with a PPO plan, you can stay in the network of doctors, but if you can also have that option of going outside the network of doctors, but you'll pay more if you do so.
Pay more for the doctor, you mean?
For the doctor, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it may be a $20 charge to see a specialist in a network, if it's in the network, and maybe $45 or a percentage to see one out of the network.
Okay.
Depends on the plan that you've chosen.
Okay.
Now, in some parts of of North Carolina, you can get a Blue Cross PPO plan as well, in which case you can go to various states that have.
In some parts of North Carolina?
In some counties.
Really?
Yeah. So it depends
varies from
on
county to county?
It varies
Why
from
is that?
county to county. That's how it's set up. And I think there's more competition. These started in the Raleigh and western side of that, and it's slowly progressing to the east.
Mm-hmm.
And so the coastal region is now getting some of these competitive plans, which we didn't have before. And so people can, people now get the option to save more money. And that's why this last year and 2024 it's a lot better for people in Onslow County with all the choices of plans we have now.
Well, how much money can you save by changing your plan? First, you want to review it and see what options are out there for you. And I know we've discussed this every time you're on. You saved me money on my health insurance every month. But what are some of the stories that you have people come in and tell you about what they're spending and what you can do to save money?
Well, I had one couple come back about 2 weeks ago and say, Peter, we just want to tell you, you saved us $1,000 a month. A month. Yeah, they said you've really saved us a huge amount of money by what by putting us in that plan. We're so grateful about it.
That's great. I have a question too from a listener, so go ahead and finish.
And I had a couple that phoned me last night. They've got to come to see me, and they're paying. They're actually on a supplement plan, and they're paying $330 a month each for that supplement plan. And they're looking at different options because it's becoming.
Oh, I would too.
It's
outrageous.
Yes, it is outrageous. All right, I have a question from a listener. My health insurance is through the ACA. My birthday is in July. In the year I turned 65, become eligible for Medicare, must I do anything different when I renew my policy? So let me just go back. My birthday is in July, in the year I turn 65. And become eligible for Medicare. Must I do anything different when I renew my policy?
Well, what you'll want to do is when you turn 65, you qualify for Medicare. And so if you're not working, or if you're already getting Social Security, let's say if you're getting Social Security, you will should automatically get your Medicare Part A and Part B card in the mail. If you're working, you'll want to contact Medicare and make sure that you're getting your Part A at least, because you may be covered by insurance from work.
Or from ACA.
Well, when you turn 65, you'll either have you'll if you've got the ACA, yes, you're right. If you've got ACA, then you're probably not working. You could be working. You probably are.
Well, say you've got a job, where they don't offer an employee plan.
Yeah. So then you'll want to most probably you'll want to make sure you're getting your A and B, and look at your Medicare options. But you'll most likely be dropping your ACA plan because
call Peter.
Because if once you qualify for Medicare, you want to get onto the Medicare plan, unless there's a very good reason not to.
Gotcha. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
I am slowly becoming
more confused.
That's the problem. It's such a big area. It's horrible.
Okay, let's see what else we got here.
What difference does it make which pharmacy you get your drugs from? Give us some advice on that.
Yeah, that's one thing I want to mention, because this year, and possibly a little bit last year, but this year we've now got software that enables us to sign people up, and I'm talking as agents, to sign people up where we can actually, instead of having to go to 4 or 5 different pieces of software, you can do it in one piece of software and put people's drugs and doctors and so on in and sign people up that way. Unfortunately, though, when agents are using that, it doesn't allow you to look at different pharmacies and the costs. So most people choose a pharmacy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, most agents probably choose a pharmacy and put those drugs in, and that's the costs you're going to do.
And you don't know what the
you don't know what the comparisons are. And it is important, I believe. And so instead of using that software for the drugs, because it'd be nice to keep a record of everybody's drugs that I did, then I wouldn't have to put it in the next year too. But what I'm still using the old Medicare.gov system, which allows you to see, you can choose 5 or 6 pharmacies, and you can see which are the cheapest pharmacies for you to go for various drugs. So I can let you know, this is where you can get this drug at a cheap price, and this is where you can get this one. So pick Walmart or pick one of these other pharmacies, or do mail order. Now, if you do it using a software that we've now got as agents, it doesn't give you those options. You've got to manually get rid of one pharmacy, put the other one in, and try to remember what the prices were with the previous pharmacy.
I just use the old one.
I just use the old one. Yeah.
That's what I'm doing.
Call it in, go pick it up.
But do the costs vary significantly from drugstore to drugstore?
It makes a difference, and if people are watching their money, then it's important to them, and it really is, because I say, look, this is what it is. It's $600 here if you go to Walmart, for instance, and it's $900 if you go to this pharmacy, or it's $400 if you go to this other pharmacy. So it is important, yes. Yeah.
Well, I've got a number of drugs, but I don't have any expensive drugs. I'm one of those that can do the other kinds, not the name brand. Seem to work for me.
I don't have any, but I'm going to buy vitamins today.
and there
Same
are
on the chapstick.
And there are ways to save money with drugs too. And we can get into that next week's show maybe, and
Okay.
just say, go
Well,
over
that
some
would
of
be good
those
to
again.
know, because I know that's really hard on a lot of people, the
It
drug
is.
cost.
It is very. It can be.
It-
The
it
older
de-
you get, the more ailments that you have, the more stuff that you're
Right.
trying to prevent and
And
stay alive.
It defines whether you're going to spend a little extra on groceries this month or you're going to save it for your drug cost.
Mhm.
So,
Okay.
yes, definitely.
All right, Peter, we'll do that next week then.
As always,
Super.
thank
The-
you.
The difference in the price of drugs from place A to place B. So
Yes.
we'll take that on. All right, Peter, thank you. We do appreciate it, sir.
Well, thank you very much. Always enjoy being on the show.
We always enjoy having you.
here.
We're getting educated.
Slowly, it's like
A
trying
couple
to.
more months, I might understand it. But no, I mean, really, we're getting educated. And you bring up a lot of good points. And I've had a lot of people tell me that same thing. They didn't understand any of this, but they're learning from you. And they're now looking at their policies where they didn't look at it before.
I've never looked at mine.
I never I throw all my insurance stuff in the garbage.
No,
Most of us
I have no clue.
Yeah, it is important to have a look. It,
Yes.
it makes sense to.
It's important to be educated.
Let's take a break, do a little bit of weather when we come back, and Peter will be joining us again next week. So save your questions until then. You're live in local Real Talk, Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
Mills International Incorporated, your local Cub Cadet dealer, is ready for fall, and you should be too, with the Cub Cadet XT Enduro Series. These lawn tractors were engineered for strength, comfort, and versatility, and designed to deliver a premium cut. Stop by Mills International Incorporated today and find out how the Cub Cadet XT Enduro Series is tailored to help unlock all the possibilities of your lawn. Head to your local Cub Cadet dealer, Mills International Incorporated, at 801 South Queen Street, Kinston, for exceptional offers, expert advice, and superior service.
Tammy Fry Allstate Swansboro reminds you to check your mailbox and find your quote on homeowners insurance. Tammy Fry Allstate Swansboro goes the extra mile to make sure you're in good hands, like helping you customize your home and windstorm coverage with their Write Your Own home policy. Yes, save even more when you bundle your home, auto, boat, motorcycle, and even your golf cart. Remember, if it rolls or floats, call Tammy for a quote. You and everything you own are in good hands with Tammy Fry Allstate Swansboro. Call today, 910-326-5383. Tammy Fry Allstate, 638 West Corbett Avenue in the friendly city by the sea, Swansboro. Check your mailbox today. Savings on your homeowner's insurance.
Looking for a job? Full-time? Part-time? Il Cigno Italiano Restaurant wants you. We're currently hiring for hostesses, servers, bartenders, and dishwashers. Il Cigno Italiano is a family-owned, fast-paced restaurant that offers the best in fine dining on the Crystal Coast. If you're hardworking, reliable, professional, and have a desire to always strive for better, we want to talk to you. Make great money and be a part of an outstanding, dedicated team. Il Cigno Italiano on West Corbett Avenue in Swansboro.
The best deal for the grill is at Jones LP Gas and Oil Company each Friday. Every Friday from 8 a.m. till closing at 5, Jones LP Gas and Oil Company will fill your 20-pound LP gas grill cylinder for only $11. You heard that right. Each Friday till closing, you can have your 20-pound LP gas cylinder filled for only $11 at Jones Gas and Oil Company, 3881 Wilmington Highway in heart of Verona. In addition to saving money on your LP gas for the grill, Jones Gas and Oil is your full-service gas and oil company serving residential, commercial, and agricultural gas and oil needs, as well as gas appliances, LP replacement, parts, fill cylinders, and tankless water heaters, and they offer a 10% military discount on installation. Remember to get that cylinder filled every Friday until closing for only $11. Jones Gas and Oil Company, 3881 the Old Wilmington Highway, Verona. Phone 910-346-6384.
Welcome to Lincoln & Associates Family Dentistry, where we love to make you smile. Now proud to be working with Doctors Kim, formerly Morgan Family Dentistry. The Jacksonville and Richlands Morgan offices of Lane & Associates Family Dentistry blends the latest technology with personal care and attention, so you have an amazing dental experience. The offices of Lane & Associates welcome all ages and accepts all major insurances, including military. Lane & Associates Family Dentistry has been serving the state of North Carolina for over 40 years, with 2 locations in Jacksonville, Richlands, and Maysville. Call for an appointment today at 877-LANE-DDS or online at lanedds.com. Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry. Hey, it's Hollywood reminding you to check out the Freedom 97.1 and 1120 AM crew. We broadcast the 26th annual Onslow County Veterans Day Parade this Saturday, November the 4th at 10 a.m. on Western Boulevard, Jacksonville. Powered by David Hull of State Farm Insurance, located in Jacksonville. This community parade brings us together to have the opportunity to pay a much-deserved tribute to the veterans who have served and are currently serving in our United States Armed Forces, protecting the interest of our nation and keeping us free. It's a time for our generations of our veterans to come together and celebrate the camaraderie of service and the bond forged by duty. This Saturday at 10 a.m., bring your radios, tune your car radios to 97.1 FM, 1120 AM, or online or on your phone, WSME971.com to hear the full broadcast of the parade.
It's live and local real talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Kelly's joining us now. Welcome back, Kelly.
Thank you.
And have you ever done any wakeboarding or anything like that?
I have.
Have you?
Yes.
Got a boat
I'm
for you.
not good at it, but yeah.
Well, got a boat for you. Get better at it. Got
Oh,
a
yeah?
brand new boat's arrived at Tideline Marine yesterday. It's an Aloha pontoon boat with a big wakeboard rack on it.
No way.
Oh, yes, way. Wait till you see it. We'll have some pictures
wow.
later.
I want to see some pictures of
Yeah,
that.
yeah. But no, what you need to go buy it. No, you need to tell Robin to go buy it.
Okay.
Then you can use it.
Mm-hmm.
How's that? Wouldn't Robin do some wakeboarding? You think that would work?
I don't know. I don't know that he's ever done it.
Oh, okay.
I don't know for sure, but I don't think he's ever done it.
Well, let him drive the boat and you do the wakeboarding. You and a bunch of
Where
your
you
friends,
at?
because you got plenty of room.
Mm-hmm. I know. Pontoon boats are awesome.
Yeah, this one's really cool. Really, really cool. You need to stop and take a gander at it. See George or Todd there and get some prices and see what kind of deals they'll make for you. It's a beautiful boat. It is really a beautiful boat, and it'll fly too. I haven't seen it in the water yet, but that'll be soon. I'll take it out for a test spin too at that time. So if you're looking for a different type of boat, this is the perfect one for you. It's got those racks on it for your wakeboards already built into the whole system. It's nothing you got to add on. No doubt you can envision weekends playing in the bays around the area, complete with all the amenities on board, ready to celebrate. You could even get it now and decorate it in time for their two flotillas right here. One's going to be in Swansboro, another one in downtown Jacksonville. Have it ready to go for both of them. That would be a lot of fun. Take all your friends and neighbors on it. And how about the 4th of July? That fireworks display downriver, you can see the reflection of the fireworks from Camp Lejeune in the water, as well as seeing them from
but that
afar.
looks
It's
cool.
gorgeous. It's
I bet that does
absolutely
look cool.
gorgeous. You'll be the center of attention. I'll guarantee you that in this boat, the Aloha. I don't know why it's a tri-tune, but I don't know how else you would classify it. A wakeboarding boat, whatever.
Nice.
Check in today, 159 Old Bridge Street on the banks of the New River in downtown Jacksonville. Don't forget to register at that time for the weekly drawing. You don't have to buy anything. Just stop in and ask anyone there how to register. Gale warning in effect through this afternoon. Today, offshore, winds out of the north, 25 to 30 with gusts to 35, diminishing to 20 to 25 this afternoon. 5 to 7 footers offshore. Yo, big uns. Dominant period 6 seconds. Sounds and rivers very rough, diminishing to Kelly rough in the afternoon. Tomorrow, northerly winds 15 to 20, gust to 30, seas 4 to 6, 2 to 3 near shore. Dominant period 6 seconds, sounds and rivers choppy. Friday, northeasterly winds 15 to 20 with gust to 25, seas 3 to 5, 2 to 3 near shore. Sounds and rivers choppy.
Today, sunny, high of only 53. It's going to be a little bit breezy with winds 13 to 16 miles an hour, but gusts as high as 26. It's going to just feel cold because it's chilly. Tonight, there will be patchy frost. Otherwise, clear, low of 31. So, in other words, there will be frost, people.
Yeah.
And it'll be gusty
Likely
tonight,
frost.
too. Yeah. Cover up your plants.
Yeah, frost doesn't stick too well when it's winds blood, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've noticed that before. It has to be kind of
Oh, that's
still.
good to know.
Yeah, that'd be good to know. But we're gonna. I got some plants to wrap up tonight.
I
'cause
need to
we-
wrap up
We're still
my
getting
rose
stuff
bush.
off of them,
Yeah.
and we got to wrap up the other plants over here too, the flowers and stuff,
Well, I do
and our
have one
pineapple plants.
PSA for everyone. A very special friend of mine had text earlier and said, be sure to check your vehicles. She said that they had 2 small kittens under the engine this morning of their vehicle when they went to start it. So, and the kittens are okay.
Good.
But please remember that, you know, these small little animals look for places that are warm. And if you've got feral cats hanging around that, you might want to put out a little house for them to go in.
A cat house.
Oh, yeah, a cat house. To go in and just keep warm, and more than likely they'll stay away from your vehicles. But don't forget about that. Yeah. That's important.
Peter Wright was just in here, and he's will be available in person, live and in person, at 10 o'clock this morning at the Walmart store up here on Marine Boulevard near the intersection of Western, near the Golden Corral. You could go there for lunch and then also see Peter at the same time or right after. And but he'll be in there, and he's there weekdays and on Saturdays from 10 a.m. until 6 p.m. And he takes out 1 hour for lunch. Most days he could get it, and it's generally going to be around 1 to 2 o'clock. Nope.
Okay.
Then run on by and see the fine folks over there at Golden Corral. Tell them I'd like to have some food. Does anybody deliver?
Some fried chicken.
So whatever. Okay, don't forget the ball game Friday night. Go Cards. Jacksonville's going to be hosting in the first round of playoffs. CB Aycock
Wayne
from up there in near Goldsboro.
Oh,
I
have to tell you.
What?
So I went on the Max Preps website and I looked at the school numbers,
Stats,
stats for all the schools, and I page 15. I don't know. I couldn't go any further, but I mean they list all the schools in the state. Jacksonville is ranked 35th. And this is all the schools. CB Aycock was listed 134th.
Oh, that's good.
That
doesn't mean anything.
No.
Every game is different.
That's right.
And every school is different.
That's
Do
right.
not count any chickens before they hatch.
Well, their stats are pretty much the same now. I mean, Jacksonville was a little bit better on certain things, but there wasn't a big, huge difference. So it's going to be a good game.
We just don't know who they played.
I'm sure those boys coming from Wayne County, they're going to be tired when they get to Jacksonville.
Yeah, they don't have buses. They got to walk.
That's right. We're making them walk.
Yep.
We took their buses away from them.
There you go. Okay, let's see. We still got somebody on the line here. Good morning. Who's this?
Hi, it's Melinda Hires.
Hey, Melinda. How are you?
We forgot about you.
I didn't forget. I was just having to get through a bunch of stuff here.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
Yeah, you sure? I'm doing well. I hope you are.
But so far, so good.
Kelly and Rayford and Lee, so you guys are doing good?
We're all good.
We're all good.
Everybody's
How about you,
great.
girl?
Good.
You in Wilmington right now?
Yeah, I'm in Wilmington. I got some training. I just started a new job, and
Good for
gotta
you.
do some stuff so I can be better.
Okay.
Always improving.
There you go.
I wanted to reach out. I know you've already announced it, but I just want to get some more excitement in the air about our Robinson night.
Oh, yes.
Okay, you're breaking up a bit there,
Now
Melinda.
you're breaking up, Melinda.
Hopefully, our future governor is going to be here in Jacksonville, so it's a great opportunity to meet him. And I don't think he'll be here probably until after the primary again. So it's a really great opportunity. He's coming to Jacksonville.
Okay, so Mark Robinson will be here at what time and where?
It'll be open to the public. We've got a great host committee, an amazing host committee. We've been able to open it to the public starting at 6:15. At 6 to 6:15, we have pastors. Local pastors will all be praying. 5 o'clock will be a meeting with the host committee appreciation time, and 6 to 6:15 we will have prayer time, and 6:15 to 8 o'clock the floor will be Mark Robinson. It'll be excellent opportunity for all of us to hear from him.
Okay, so where is that going to be?
It's at the Rustic Barn
Okay.
on Gum Branch Road, 135 Batting Cage Trail, if you wanted to put it in your GPS.
Okay. All right, so beginning at
Tomorrow
6.
night, the second.
Okay, it's tomorrow night, yes.
Yeah, tomorrow night.
Yep. Okay.
Yep.
Sounds like a winner.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I hope that Robin wins that Oasis vote, because that would be really cool to watch him in the holiday flotilla.
Yeah. Wow. It's a pretty boat. He would have a good time with it, I'm sure.
Sounds really nice. It's going to be cold, so I'm going to probably wear an extra set of tights tomorrow night.
It's going to be very cold.
Yes, it's going to be chilly.
Yes.
Yes. Well, you all stay warm. Thank you so much for letting me call in and remind everybody. And I hope you all have a great day.
Thank you. You too. Melinda Hires from the Grand Ole Party.
Yes.
So, also coming up Saturday, the 4th, downtown Moorhead, they've got a Veterans Day parade at 11 o'clock. And what time does it begin here in Jacksonville?
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock.
Jacksonville.
9 o'clock, they close the roads.
9 o'clock,
Just
the
like they
roads will
do
be
for
closed.
holiday parade.
And if you're not there at 9 o'clock, you're going to walk. I don't know where you'll park.
Come in the back way and park on one of those side streets up near the front and bring a chair.
Yep.
Sit along Western Boulevard. Bring your iPod, your headphones,
Yep. So
your
you can-
radio, your iPods.
Because
You can listen to a narrative of the entire parade brought to you by WSME.
WSME will be live.
Kelly and I will be there with Hollywood.
97.1, 1120 a.m.
That's right.
Also on your Simple Radio, if you've got, just Google that. Load Simple Radio into one of your app things, and then look for WSME. A lot of people don't know what the call letters are. They just know 97.1.
Yeah.
Look for WSME. And
Yeah, I think no coming in the back door.
Yep.
He didn't want to have to go by the security system.
It's cold. That's what it is. He doesn't like the cold.
I'm not going
Hey,
outside.
Sharky. Yeah, we got one of our mascots in here. Got the other one trying to come in. Sounds like
He's
Jakey.
just standing
He
at the
won't
top
come
of the stairs
if
barking.
Robbie's not in here with us. No.
Anyway, it's a good
Mhm.
weekend. Good weekend for good things like that. So
Yeah.
be sure you get out there. If you can't, listen to it.
Please,
listen to it on the radio.
listen to it on the radio. But please come out and line up the streets and show your
Yes.
appreciation to our military.
And bring a flag or two.
Yes, I mean we've got all this going on around the world. Or
Yes, we
military's away
do.
from a lot of our military is away from home on ships.
Yes.
Well, and I will
Standing
say
by.
this Veterans Parade always has a lot of cool entrants in it. That's
Yes.
where I saw the adult big wheel riders. And they were
But
demonstrating.
We had to keep Kelly from going
I mean,
out and getting one of them.
I'm
Like
determined to
pulling her
get one,
back.
Rayford. Those things were amazing.
Mm.
And I will film it and show you so
Okay.
you can see what they look like.
All right. That's good.
And they did some cool tricks and it was just cool.
Right.
Yeah. I'm all about it. We're going to start like an
Good
adult
for you.
big wheel club.
I'm not a big wheel fan. So, anybody think we're safe in this country right now? Do you?
No.
girls think we're
No,
safe?
never safe.
Mm-mm.
Do you catch yourself double checking to make sure all of your doors are locked at night?
Every night. Well,
Are-
I lock them automatically all day long.
Well, I just spent almost $2,000 upgrading my alarm system in my house, but putting cameras, my outdoor camera system.
Mhm.
It's been majorly upgraded since an incident with a family member.
Yep.
So,
When
Yeah.
Senator Rick Scott of Florida called Christopher Wray out, the FBI director buckled.
mhm.
He asked Wray if the country is safer under Biden. His responses after an agonizing 10 seconds of doing nothing but hearing crickets. Wray said, "What I would say to you is that the terror threats have elevated. But I also think there are a lot of things the country has done throughout law enforcement to be better prepared to deal with them."
That's not answering the question. I
What
mean,
did
kind
he
of
answer? The
tap dance
question
around
is
it.
a simple question.
Yeah. It's either yes or no.
Is the country safer under Biden?
But he kind of answered it no without saying no. But
Ray-
he didn't come out and say it.
Ray
He
did
could have been
admit that
saying yes
the-
without saying yes.
Ray did admit that the threat of a terror attack against Americans has been raised to a whole other level due to the ongoing conflict in the Middle East. I think we all can agree to that.
Well, it came
Yes.
out yesterday or the day before I saw it. Record high migrants came across the border.
We reach records every month.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we
Every month.
had last month reached they have in September's number because October wasn't over yet. September we hit the highest peak, like 250,000 just in 1 month,
And
which
you
is the highest we've
remember
had.
Senator Tillis when he called in talking about that and
Yes.
about talking about that they know that there were terrorists that crossed
Well,
over.
they got them.
caught
They,
a lot.
caught, they,
some of them
went
they
out.
caught.
They
They've caught a
rounded up a
lot.
bunch of them after the fact.
Right,
But
he's,
they
yes.
found some of them trying to cross that
So
week.
those are the ones they found.
Remember
Yes,
the
and they're
plane
on
with
the
the
list.
Russians?
They were on the list.
Yes.
Known terrorists.
Yeah, that's how they knew who they were.
How many that get into this
That's what I'm
country
saying. How
haven't
many-
been caught?
That's
Yes.
right, exactly. That's the point.
How many did not get caught? That is so scary. And if you're not afraid, you should be. Bottom line.
The conflicts that conflicts in other parts of the world would pose an immediate possibility that the United States, a friend of Israel, will be engaged in a war to help a friend fight off the brutal attacks by terrorists or Israeli citizens, burning women, beheading children, and the terrorists want a ceasefire. Now that the Israel Defense Force has launched a ground attack,
Because they didn't whip their tail, basically, or started whipping it. And now they're like, whoa, hold up.
Netanyahu said, "Ain't no way, Jack."
Oh, I would continue till there wasn't none of them left. Those
To the
Hamas
liberal-minded
terrorists.
folks out there, pro-Palestinian elements in the United States, most notable in our elite universities, I pose a question. Are these individuals nothing more than plants? Perhaps they're part of the sleeper cells we've heard so much about. How are we to know? We do know, in fact, that a number of individuals on the no-fly list, the terrorists, have managed, thanks to the Biden administration, to make their way into the heartland of these United States. They're here.
Oh, yeah.
We know it.
We know that. They've
We
been
can't
here.
find them all, but we know that.
We know they are.
When Biden's FBI director actually warned of an open border allowing illegals into the United States unchecked and uncontrolled, that should be a warning for all of us. Christopher Wray warned of the dangers of keeping this border open. I never would have thought he would have done it. He's bucking the president. At the same time, the idiots in control of the demented Joe Biden, who continue to allow this man, a public servant for a half century, to go down in flames, boggles the mind. I neither like nor dislike Joe. I'm neutral, or I was until the last 2 or so years. That guy is not capable of running this country. He's not capable of running this country at this time. I do not care that he has moments that he cannot walk without help. Neither can I on certain days. But his drifting away into Never Never Land is a concern. I don't blame him. I try not to blame anyone, but as his protector, I have a wife myself and a daughter. They would have my back if their conditions were similar. Joe's choice of a wife, Dr. Jill, does she think her Democrat friends in Washington are going to support her to be Joe's replacement if it becomes necessary? Yes, I have concerns. Good morning. Who's this?
Good morning, Rayford.
Hello,
and
Chris.
Lee and Kelly. How are y'all?
We're
Good.
hanging
How are
in there.
you? How are
doing?
you?
I'm doing well, thank you. I just wanted to let the Cardinal faithful know. Some people have had some questions about the tickets. They are still $7 for the game, and they still have to be purchased through the high school online.
Yep, got to be
program.
bought in advance.
Yes. And even though it's a state playoff game, they're only $7. So get out there and support the Cardinals and all the other local teams that are in the playoffs who may or may not be home. But show a big crowd out there tonight, Friday night for the game.
Yeah, it's going to be chilly.
Yes, it is. And I also wanted to take an opportunity to you fine folks let you know that Crime Stoppers, the vehicle will be out there at the front gate.
Good.
If anyone has any questions about Crime Stoppers, we're going to be out there to answer them and show our support for the Cardinals.
Yay.
Well, we'll see you there.
Yeah, and I won't be bringing chili this time, but I'm going to bring something. I'm going to bring a crock pot full of something.
I know. I can't wait.
Well, I'm sure that you won't have a problem getting through the metal detector with a crock pot.
Nah, they let us through last time.
Yes.
Yeah.
In
Well,
fact,
y'all have a
they
good
followed
morning.
us.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Chris.
You're live and local, Real Talk, Freedom 97.1, 1120 a.m., WSME. We'll be right back.
Since 1997, locally owned and operated Jersey Mike's 301E Western Boulevard right here in Jacksonville has provided only the best hot and cold subs and healthy salads to our community and our military neighbors, and thanks all our customers for making Jersey Mike's a sub above. Jersey Mike's features hot and cold subs in different sizes, served Mike's way or your way, in addition to delicious, healthy salads. To place your order or for takeout, phone 910-353-8091. Once again, Sam Duran and the staff of Jersey Mike's, 301E Western Boulevard, Jacksonville, thanks you for making them a sub above.
Have you gotten your copy of Topsail Times newspaper this week? If not, did you know that Topsail Times is Topsail area's only local newspaper in print? Started a little over a year ago, we now have over 1,500 online subscribers and 5,000 printed copies that go out every 2 weeks. And we never charge our readers. Information should be free to our readers, and we stick by that. Looking for an idea for date night? Want to learn some local history? How about asking a veterinarian about your pet? These things and more are available in each copy of the Topsail Times newspaper. Want to get the word out about your business? We offer great rates for full-color ads, and the online paper version is always included for free. Need help designing the perfect ad? We can do that too. We're always looking for human interest stories, so start writing. And we love local photos too. Check out our website at topsailtimes.net, where you can find out where to pick up a copy or check out our latest publication online.
I had a question about my insurance the other day, so I called my new State Farm agent. And would you believe I talked to the same person who remembered my name? They said that was called service. And then they asked if my dog Max was over his cold. They called that service too. And then they helped me find ways to save on my home and auto coverage. I asked State Farm what they called that. They said service.
Call David Hall, State Farm, 910-455-0440, 1218 Country Club Road, Jacksonville.
If your check engine light is on and you plan to travel to visit friends and family this holiday season, it may be time to call or visit Battlefield Auto. 1214 West Corbin Avenue in the friendly city by the sea, Swansboro. Cold weather is tough on cars and trucks, and the pros at Battlefield Automotive can check your starter, battery, and charging system to keep you on the road and warm with complete heater repair. From tune-ups to transmission service, a hose, a battery, or whatever you need for holiday travel, let the ASE technicians at Battlefield Automotive help you. All work is guaranteed, and the staff at Battlefield Automotive takes this time to say thank you for the opportunity to serve all your auto and truck repair needs, and wishes you the best this holiday season and the upcoming new year. Battlefield Automotive, 1214 West Corbett Avenue, Swansboro. Phone 910-325-0828 for Battlefield Automotive.
Great Gas and Oil Company, and of course, Wismart and Chappie's Chicken, located at 4111 Gum Branch Road, right here in Jacksonville. 633 Sandridge Road, Hubert, has all you need when it comes to convenience for gas, cold beverages, and a great selection for quick pickup essentials. Enjoy fresh, not frozen, delicious meals at Chappie's Chicken, located inside Wismart, 4111 Gum Branch Road and 633 Sandridge Road, Hubert. So if you're in a hurry, get it all. Gas, ice cold beverages, convenience store items, and delicious, fresh, not frozen, Chappie's Chicken at Wismart, 4111 Gum Branch Road, Jacksonville, and 633 Sandridge Road, Hubert.
For 40 years now, people throughout Jacksonville and Onslow County have trusted Barnes Diamond Gallery for all their jewelry needs for every special occasion. They understand that every day is a special event for someone, whether celebrating a wedding, anniversary, birthday, engagement, or graduation. Let Barnes Diamond Gallery custom design something for you. Barnes Diamond Gallery does on-site repair in addition to their quality and selection of diamonds, diamond fashion bands, pendants, watches, earrings, gemstone rings, and necklaces for anyone for any occasion. Major credit cards accepted. Layaway available. Barnes Diamond Gallery offers appraisals and paid top market prices for gold and silver. Barnes Diamond Gallery, 461 Western Boulevard, Suite 120, Jacksonville. Open 9:30 to 5:30, Monday through Friday.
It's live and local. Real Talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
Okay, we're back here and got a couple of minutes before the next break. So we got Bill on the line. Hey, Bill, what's up?
Hi, good morning. Good morning. Happy All Souls Day.
There you
are. Yeah, I was calling it. I guess the events here that have been going on with the Ukraine and then now this stuff with Hamas and Lebanon. I remember when we just had the anniversary there in Lebanon. We have all what's going on, the Gaza Strip and Israel and stuff now. But I remember when that happened, that I know where I was out at California, we were getting tied up with riots in LA, and then simultaneously, then the East Coast Marines here got blown up in Beirut.
Yep.
And at the same time, then all of a sudden, the thing of the Grenada, where they had a medical school taken over by Cubans.
Yep.
But it seems like there's people all through the country that seem to keep track of how many people are here, what's left at bases, how many, groups rotate overseas from civic groups or Peace Corps, etc. And they see what's left almost, and knowing that we just, we're sending $3 trillion worth of aid to the Ukraine, that might have been personnel, equipment, etc. But it's like they track some, how many people are left and keep adding it to the point where it's the breaking point, And it was a smaller scale with Lebanon and, the riots in Grenada all at once. But it's like there's something, an overall scope that's watching what's going on and just adding to it just to see if they can break the camel's back, Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know where it's going to end, Bill.
It's like this is a bigger scale now than that, but it's similar,
Well, we do not need to stop until every Hamas terrorist is killed. You don't take them alive. There's no reason to put them in a jail and get Guantanamo. No need to do any of that. They're going to have to exterminate them, just like vermin. You've got to get rid of them.
It's I don't know. I guess they treat it like it's they try to treat it like the U.S. justice system. That they treat it as a criminal. Then they bring them in. You have to have witnesses, have a trial.
They're not criminals. They're terrorists. There is a difference.
No, I know. I was in the Marine Corps for 22 years. And it was just that. You'd be sent. If we were sent, you'd just be sent to crush them, destroy them.
Yep.
Our mission was basically kill all enemy, destroy their supplies, their materials, their fortifications.
Well, Rayford,
okay,
speaking of terrorists, don't you have to go to the dentist?
Oh, good God, yes. All right, Bill, I've got to go. I've got to leave the area.
Okay.
Thank you. You're live and local, Real Talk Freedom 97.1, 1120 a.m. WSME.
163 New Bern Highway, Jacksonville, takes this time to say thank you for your past patronage and wishes you and yours a safe and happy holiday season. Barker Electrical Technology Corporation has proudly been serving the electrical needs of Eastern North Carolina since 2002, specializing in residential, commercial, and heavy industrial work. Barker Electrical Technology can handle repairs for existing homes, hot tubs, swimming pools, pool houses, control systems, and exterior structures. Now that we're in the hurricane season, it's the perfect time to get that new generator installed for all the storms Mother Nature throws your way. Fully licensed and bonded, Barker Electrical Technology is proud to be part of the continued growth of Onslow and surrounding counties. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. Phone 910-358-2187. Online at barker-electrical.com.
Hurricane season is here, and if you're not prepared, now's the time to visit Williams Hardware, 3011B Bridges Street, Morehead Plaza in Morehead City. Whether for the contractor or do-it-yourselfer, Williams Hardware has the tools and accessories to help protect against high winds and water. Williams Hardware carries power tools and equipment, chains and fasteners, plumbing and electrical supplies. Williams Hardware, your helpful, handy hardware store, also cuts glass to size and cuts and threads pipe. Chores are done and the cleanup is finished. Light up that Wilmington Grill for Williams Hardware, 3011B, Bridges Street, Moorhead Plaza in Moorhead City. Williams through Saturday from 7:30 till 6 p.m. and Sundays for your convenience, noon till 5. Phone Williams Hardware, 252-726-7158, and be prepared this hurricane season.
Mohawk All Pet Protection and Warranty is the only copper protection and warranty for all pets, all accidents, all the time. Because your pets are family members too. No matter how you live, we've got you covered. Soft, luxurious, smart strand, forever clean carpet. Gorgeous, durable, solid tech, luxury vinyl tile. Mohawk has the ultimate floor for every room in your home. It's suitable for all pets. For details, contact Watkins Floor Covering online at watkinsnewfloor.com. Watkins Floor Covering, thanking you for voting them the best of the best for 2022 in the flooring, covering, and carpet cleaning category. Watkins Floor Covering. They're more than just floors. It's custom showers, custom tubs, carpet cleaning, backsplashes, bathrooms, commercial, retail, and home flooring too. Watkins Floor Covering. Family owned and operated since 1997 with locations in Jacksonville and Surf City. Watkins Floor Covering. You stand on it, we stand behind it. Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning, your trusted local carrier indoor weather team, serving all of your heating and air conditioning needs since 1967. Now offers residential and commercial duct and dryer vent cleaning, and now offers expert residential and commercial plumbing service. In case of a power outage due to a storm or for any other reason, be prepared with a Generac generator for your home or business. Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning has Generac generators in stock, ready to install today. Remember, better breathing comes with cleaner air. Let Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning improve the air quality in your home or business with professional air duct cleaning. As always, Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning is available 24/7 for all your heating, cooling, and plumbing emergency needs. Turn to the carrier experts, Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning, with locations in Jacksonville and Hampstead. Visit online, humphreyheating.com. And follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning since 1967. Relax, we're on the way.
The holiday travel season is almost here, and if you need automotive service before hitting the highways or just regular maintenance, Cedar Point Tire, the best automotive shop in Cedar Point, is here for you. Cedar Point Tire is more than just a tire store. They offer fast auto service from tune-ups to flat tire repair and all alignment and suspension services too. Cedar Point Tire. They carry all the major name brand tires, so they likely have your preference. It's simple. For all automotive service and tires, call 252-393-3188 or visit Cedar Point Tire, the best automotive shop in Cedar Point, 1083 Cedar Point Boulevard. Cedar Point Tire thanks you for your past patronage and wishes you and yours the best holiday season and a happy new year. Come ride with us this holiday season.
It's live and local. Real talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
All right, and we are back for our last little bit. Rayford is headed out to his dentist appointment. So that's good.
I think you've got the wrong mic.
Do I?
There
How
you
about
go.
now?
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
tracking.
better.
Yeah. There we go. Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
Flower or something.
I hit the
on
other
it.
one up. Yeah. So we just have a last little bit before it's time to go. It's chilly. It's windy. It's actually windy out there.
It's cold last night.
Yeah. I actually turned my heat on, Lee. It's first time all year.
I haven't turned my heat on yet. Now, when I got this one, I look at the thermostat was 72 in the house, so I'm good right now. But
Yeah.
next couple of nights are going to get really chilly, and please bring your pets in.
Yes. Don't be jerks and leave your pets outside. Just
People
don't do
that
it.
chain their dogs up in the yard and leave them outside.
That
I just
makes
wanna
me
go,
angry.
"Mm,
I judge
better."
people that do that. I'm just saying.
Oh, I do too.
I do. I judge them hard.
I will judge you.
Yeah. Yep.
Most definitely. And let me see, what else have we got coming up this weekend?
We have our
besides the
Veterans Day
Veterans
Parade here.
And we had the powwow this
The
weekend.
powwow. I'm telling you guys, you have got to go see this powwow. It is so
great.
awesome. Yeah.
Saturday morning, the grounds open at 11 a.m.
And it's free. And
it's
the
free.
the parade thing marching in, and they haven't, I know I didn't call it what it is. It's called something. I don't remember what she calls it, but it actually has a title. It's where they all come in their full regalia and their outfits because they're representing different tribes. So they're dressed as their tribe dresses, and it is awesome. It's something to
It is
see.
good.
And I
There's
think
a
it's
lot to do. Plus, you had the Veterans Tribute this weekend at Jackson Thomas.
Mhm.
They have the light show.
They do.
I think everything starts at 5 p.m. on Saturday,
Mhm.
and they'll have vendors and they'll have the light show. And the light show is really, really beautiful,
Mhm.
very patriotic, and then starting on the 3rd, which is Sunday.
Yeah.
No,
No.
wait. Today's Wednesday.
The 3rd is Friday.
Friday.
Yeah.
Starting Friday is the green light.
Is that what it is?
Gonna,
Okay.
I have special light bulbs that I got online
Mhm.
that come on at dusk and go off at dawn, and they're green.
Mhm.
And I have one for the garage door and the front door, and that's to honor our veterans, and that's from November 3rd through the 11th.
Okay.
I usually leave mine up a little bit past that, and that's to honor your veterans, just like we did with the yellow ribbons, and we're going to go to green lights now. So we'll have to find our studio candle. If
Mhm.
not, we'll get another one.
We have to
but,
find it. Yeah. I'm putting my tree up this weekend.
yeah, I thought about doing
I'm
the
doing
same.
it. Watch me do it. Sure will.
I might just put it up and just have it up with just the lights on it. For a
I'm
little
doing the
while.
whole house. I'm not doing my yard
I
because my
say
porch is Thanksgiving.
If
so
it makes you feel good and brings you joy,
Doing it
I say
all.
do it.
Yep. All right. Well, it's time to sign
all.
off here. And we will see you guys in the morning. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for being here with us. Please be safe. Dress warmly. Keep your pets in. And remember, if you've got plants and things outside tonight, I'm telling you right now, it's going to frost. You probably should cover them, do whatever you need to do, unless you don't really care. So we don't want to have an issue. But we will see you tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. We're live in local Real Talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 a.m. WSME. You guys have a great day.
CJ Jacksonville.
Fox News, I'm CJ Papa. Claim from the Hamas-run government that Israel strikes residential buildings again in a Gaza refugee camp for a second